I ran into PBD, who I'd known since 2012. We met working out in a gym at a financial conference of all places. Didn't know anything about valuetainment. He knew nothing about me. Valuetainment hadn't even started yet. Found out his business idea. I'm like, oh, I like that. Cool. Because I would call on hundreds of PBDs every day. That was my specialty. Financial wholesaler. I would call the big insurance company guys, financial type guys, and just create the relationship. And I would see him every year. We just kept in touch. And in 2016, I was like, why didn't you tell me about this whole valuetainment thing? What's this?
Yeah.
At this point, it was just him doing sort of whiteboard or blackboard material, 20 keys to success, 10 tips for an entrepreneur. I was like, yeah, what's up with all this stuff? He's like, yeah, just start doing shit. He's like, here's my advice for you. Get a camera guy, start doing stuff. At this point, I was still in that niche phase where I was doing just money content. Here's advice from a former brokey, became a millionaire, party boy in South Beach that actually knows something and what he's done with his money. And for years and years and years, about 3-4 years, I would just do money content. Save that money, how to budget your money, how to invest, just, the advice that the boring financial advisors, can't give you because they have fiduciary responsibility to maybe not the public sector, or they just don't resonate with you and you just sort of turn them out. And I started doing that, and it started doing well. And then lastly, to the bottom piece to the hourglass figure. Someone's probably out there. It's like, is Adam, an hourglass? Like, yeah, I am.
We're not talking about girls.
Yeah. No, I am. Hourglass figure. You want it everywhere you go. So it was like, all right, cool. Let me, because Pat will always challenge you. You always need someone in your corner to challenge you. Yeah, you're doing good, but you can do better. Yes. Hey, like you've made some money, you can make more. Like you've helped people, you can always help more. And then I started to go wide into stuff we talk about here at Valuetainment. Not only is it business and entrepreneurship and money and capitalism and free enterprise, but it's also politics and culture wars and pop culture. And so now I think I found myself where I went wide. I developed this base of things I was interested in, right? People, nightlife, culture, comedy. All right, I refined that into a specific skill set, which was financial sales, made my money. And now on the back end, sort of right now, I'm going wide. And, you ask, hey, is there anything you want to talk about? I'm like, dude, we can go wherever you want to go with this thing. So I think that for most young men, just to give them advice, it's okay to not know what the hell you want to do when you're 23 or when you're 19 or even 25. But by 30, you should have a specialty and then make your money. And that's where you can kind of go wider and do more things that you were interested in when you were 21. I'm doing things now when I'm 42 that I wanted to do when I was 21, but I couldn't do because I was fucking broke. But I made my money now. Now I can just do podcasts and talk shit all day. So I think that's important to identify as a man.
Yeah. So you mentioned you met PBD in the gym like 8 years before you guys actually started working together.
Yeah.
What was it like to build that relationship? Like, how did you build enough trust to be, I think you mentioned, like the first signee of Valuetainment?
Yeah. Good things take time. When I met Pat, I didn't go in for the kill of a sale. There was nothing really to sell him at that time. I was just creating a relationship. He didn't necessarily do what I was doing, but we got along. People like doing business with people they like, right? Why'd you pick that guy? I just like the guy. I don't know. All right, that's why I bought from him. So I just, watered the seed, watered the plant. Hey, Pat, what's going on? Are you going to be at this meeting? Hey, don't forget about your buddy if you're ever in Miami. Like, whatever.
But
I didn't just do that with Pat, though.
Yeah.
I didn't know Pat in 2012 would be Pat, who he is now, gangster, right? He was just kind of starting out. But I did that with everyone. Hey, if you're ever in town, if you ever need anything. But I identified what Pat was doing, and I said, all right, that guy's onto something. And I made a list of the 10 people I thought were just crushing it in their sector. And I was like, all right, well, if I write my name on this list, what do I want to crush it at? I don't know yet. Let me find that out. So I wrote like Dave Ramsey, crushes it in personal finance, right? Mm-hmm. Ty Lopez, who I know you guys interviewed, and I did interviews with him years ago. Social media, arguably, Grant Cardone, real estate, social media, and the list goes on. Tony Robbins, public speaking, motivation, PBD, entrepreneurship. So I was like, all right, what's Adam Sosnick want to be? So I think your question was like how that relationship blossomed. In 2019, 19, I was sort of in a inflection point in my life. The girl that I was dating with, she got cancer, she got sick, got me all fucked up. My dad died a few months later. Sometimes you're, in your moment of weakness and darkness, you're gonna go through those depressing type phases. Yep. And I met with Pat. I was in Dallas. I came to his office. I was like, I don't know why. I feel like I gotta see you. I'm like, are you gonna be at this meeting in Dallas? He's like, I won't be there. I'm like, still need to see you. So we met, we spoke, and I think he just identified some sort of talent in me. Now there might be people out there, this guy's talented. All right, I can do this too. You can't. And we got to talking, but that took another 9 months. Even though he knew me 8 years prior, that took another 9 months to say, if I bring you on to valuetainment, to be my running mate, to be my sidekick, to be around me, I need to know you're not gonna fuck me over and like screw me like however way. I need to know what skeletons are in your closet. I need to know where you stand on this, and this. But I've always been, going back to my football and basketball days, part of a team. And I like how you guys have a team. You're not a solopreneur. There's the three of you, the three amigos. Some might say the Three Stooges. I don't know, but you guys are crushing it.
Three-headed monster.
Three-headed monster. I said I've always wanted to be a part of a team. And you know what, Pat? I'm cool with being the Steve Kerr to your Michael Jordan, or the Scottie Pippen to your Michael Jordan. I'm cool with
great
it.
reference.
Yeah, I'm just saying even at that point.
Wait. You said Jordan? Jordan's the GOAT, right?
Jordan's the GOAT.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not even a
These
question.
guys
Even
are
though
on-
I was an Isaiah Thomas fan. My dad was from Detroit. That's random, right? I said, look, and sometimes, they say that your ego is not your amigo. Dude, I will gladly be your number two. And you're the number one. And I'm totally cool with that. And there's never going to be a day where I'm like, I'm bigger and better than PBD, because that guy is a beast.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this short clip, check out the full interview here. And if you want to see more clips from this episode, check it out right here.